Alright. Hello there, hello there. We're back to some more Deathmark. And this time, we're probably gonna meet our third spirit. I say probably, but we're definitely gonna meet our third spirit this time because we just finished off the second one. I feel like we're like halfway through the game now from what I saw through the Steam achievements. So let's take a look. First off, let's just talk. But yeah, this is my first stream after the time change, so even though it's 8 o'clock right now, it kind of feels like it's later, like 9 o'clock right now. So the choice here is either to sleep or to check if there's anything else to do. So let me just do a quick look. Oh, no mark bearers, just take a look through my bag. Probably all of this stuff will go away after, so I won't bother with that too much. I guess we might as well just sleep then. It's nearly dawn, I better get some rest. Yeah, so at this point all I can do is just sleep, so let's just get to that. Rest. So yeah, chapter 2 end. Shimio. Hey Sammy. We're just starting the next chapter. It's been 3 days since Shimio's defeat. Sho has left, leaving only Christy and I at the mansion. We've not had any new mark bearers arrive, nor any new info on any spirits. Death's footsteps keep drawing closer. No new spirits, but I wrote in the title that I would meet the third spirit today. Good work, Lady Christie and Lord Yashiki. Did you obtain any clues? No, nothing really. I'd hoped, but... I see. Lady Saya's study seemed optimal to contain something of interest. Okay, so we're just gonna investigate inside the mansion now? Christy and I just finished investigating Sayakujo's study. It had been full of mountains of specialized books and piles of reports. It was a daunting task, but we did our best to search through them regardless. Except it was all futile. Everything was about healing the spirit. Nothing mentioned the mark at all. Hey, Mr. Yashiki. Don't you think it's useless to keep searching the mansion? You have any other ideas then? Well, remember what I said about H Shrine? To be honest, I forgot. What? You lost that memory? It's in the forest by H Castle. I was thinking, maybe the shrine is connected to all the spirit stuff. Oh yeah, that shrine that we couldn't get past? That's what Shimio's notes said, right? Everything happening in the forest is the divine wrath of H Shrine. Then, you think the mark and the spirit activity are because of this divine wrath? It's definitely a possibility. Disasters happen in many ghost stories and myths because of the wrath of gods. Isn't there value in looking into it? Maybe. Exactly what I'd expect from you. Always so quick on the uptake. I'm not sure if maybe is quick. Christy is brimming with confidence. She seems in a much better mood than she was 3 days ago. She's a famous reporter after all, so maybe this is what she's really like. So, Mary, I'd like to go see H Shrine. You don't mind, do you? It is true, many unpleasant rumors surround that forest. If the cause is H Shrine, there may be some clues there. But even if there are, if it's spiritual, then how are normal humans like us supposed to find it? Christy and I don't have any spiritual powers. In that case, could you bring me along with you to H Shrine? I should be able to sense the presence of anything spiritual. I can act as a guide as well. You know that shrine? Yes, in truth, it enshrines the guardian deity of the Kujo family. Over the generations, the heads have taken care of the shrine. However, that came to an end after the recent war resolved. As one who serves the Kujos, I am concerned about its present state. Then, bringing you along would mean I have to carry you, don't I? As it is impossible for me to walk, I would agree with that assessment. I am sorry to inconvenience you. An overgrown forest in the dead of night. I'm not looking forward to having to carry Mary all the way to the shrine. You look worn out, and we haven't left. It's a small price to pay if we can get any hints about the spirits. That's true. Yeah, it's surprising that 3 days have passed and I still haven't died, considering I've still got this death mark on me. I think Mary's eager about this too, so I'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the forest. So we've got our one partner. So let's go back to the forest then. Before we leave, we put Mary in the back seat. Thank God she's not as heavy as she looks. Yeah, I guess if she's a porcelain doll, that would be pretty heavy, or so you would expect. I should be able to carry her just fine. By the way, Mr. Yashiki, have you read the files over there? She points to the right side of the room and shelves packed with files. Not yet. I've searched most of the mansion, but I haven't checked the garage. Oh, really? And what's there? Something interesting? Christy grabs a file and flips through the pages. Looks like articles on various crimes. The clippings cover every incident in H City and the surrounding area. Was Miss Kujo looking into criminal activity? Any of it look related to the mark? No, not as far as I could tell. These are all extremely old. The most recent is dated 5 years ago. She puts the file back. Alright, should we head out soon? Alright, let's go back to the forest and check out that shrine then. Now with a doll that talks. I park outside the entrance of the forest and gather Mary into my arms. We make our way to the familiar arch. There's still a long way to go. A middle-aged man carrying a doll. You're practically a ghost story yourself if someone sees you here. I guess we're in a good location for that then. I am very sorry to cause you such trouble. Mary stares up at me as I hold her. Her skin and hair glint bewitchingly when the light from the flashlight catches them. I have not been outside in a long time, and to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman. This is a very precious experience. She sounds as dispassionate as ever, but is she actually having fun? Still, it is just as the rumors say. This forest is filled with the curses and resentment of the dead. Simply their presence is enough to drive the living mad. The land is tainted. I can see why it has given birth to such monstrous spirits. And that's why everyone commits suicide in this forest, I guess. Being driven mad like that. I bet if you track down the cause of it, it'll be the divine wrath. Let's hurry to the shrine. And here we are. We reach the old Torii gate with no trouble. We stand and watch for a while, but nothing comes out of the beehives. Thankfully enough, since we got rid of Shimio, I guess. I do still wonder if there was a way to save them, but, well, we killed them, so they seem to be sleeping. It is most likely because Shimio is now gone. H shrine is up those stone steps. At Mary's direction, we walk toward the gate. A small black shadow flits around our feet. Rip the dead, yeah. It's that rabbit again. So this is the rabbit you told me about, Lord Yashiki. The rabbit that shows up every time we encounter a spirit, which means we're going to encounter another spirit up ahead. You are correct. It is very cute. The rabbit stares up at the two of us. Then disappears toward the shrine. What in the world was that about? What do you think, Mary? I felt a strange presence. It appears to be possessed by some kind of soul. So, it's a spirit too? Indeed. Though it does not appear strong enough to give marks to humans. We know nothing of its true nature, so please proceed with caution. And then whatever's up ahead will be strong enough to give us a mark. Well, I already have a mark, so that's fine, I guess. We follow the rabbit under the Torii gate and up the stone steps. At the top, we find the wilderness creeping in. There doesn't seem to be anything here but the old altar. Is this H shrine? A very small shrine if it is. There's a tree stump. Yeah, lots of stuff overgrown.
Sadly, it has fallen into disrepair. The war was over 50 years ago. I suppose this was to be expected.
But Sayakujo didn't take care of this shrine? I thought it was for the family. That black rabbit is gone. Deserted shrines give me the creeps. Let's hurry up and get to searching so we don't stay here long. Alright, let's get to it. Starting from the top. And let's just zigzag our way down. So, the mirror, to begin with. It's a wooden shrine altar. A clouded old mirror serves as the Go Shintai. Looks like it's true that no one's taken care of this place for a long time. I peek inside the altar just in case, but all I find is a thick layer of dust. The Go Shintai is outside and the altar is empty. That's concerning. I'm not quite sure why that's concerning, but I guess it's supposed to be inside? Alright, I guess we'll take a look at the big rock here. There's a sacred Shimenawa rope on a ragged boulder. Wonder if that boulder is an Iwakura. I feel like I'd like a translator's note. Oh, what's that? According to ancient Shinto tradition, it's a sacred rock that a god descended on. It's not uncommon for the rock itself to become an object of devotion. I see. So this rock would be something that a god landed on, and then this shrine was made on top of it, and then this mirror is supposed to be inside, but it isn't, and that's worrying. Those are the conclusions, and then there's one last light here. Headless Buddha statues are buried in the ground. Creepy. I wonder what happened here. I don't think there's any more we can search. The Buddha statues concern me. Why are all the ones within the shrine missing their heads?
Shinto and Buddhism were ordered to be separated during the Meiji period. Before then, many shrines were dedicated to both. Each shrine was much the same. But in the Meiji period, there was a push to make Shinto the main religion. The faiths were forced apart. Extremists stole the Buddhist statues from shrines and desecrated them.
Oh, the famous anti-Buddhist movement. So this is where that happened?
No, it was done in a public space as they wanted to make a show of it. The broken statues were carried here to serve as a memorial for worship. The Kujo family head was said to be aggrieved, so he moved them in secret. It seems that all the broken statues from around H City were buried here.
Strange. You said they were worshipped, but this place is pretty much a ruin.
You have a keen eye, Lord Yashiki.
I mean, I don't think it's that keen to notice that it's in disarray. That's like the first thing you notice.
The shrine was subsequently dug up, and the statues were stolen.
So they came all the way into this huge forest just to carry off broken statues? Who would do something like that?
That I do not know.
And that is probably our third spirit, right?
I merely heard they were stolen 50 years ago, around the time of the war.
So the statues were broken, thrown away, then dug up. They say the Buddha has a wealth of patience, but even he'd get angry. Could that anger have turned to divine wrath and given birth to the market spirits? Mary, have you been able to feel the presence of any spirits or whatever?
About that. This land is much more foreboding than I had imagined. The enmity of the forest swallows all else. It is hard to sense beneath it.
I feel like that's something you probably should have mentioned as you were entering the forest. So, too much background noise, right?
Yes, although I do sense the same presence as Lady Christie's mark, however faint. I am sure the spirit that gave her the mark is somewhere in the forest.
So, after all that, we were only able to reconfirm something we already knew. I mean, it's good to have confirmation.
Forgive me, I was unable to.
You don't have to apologize, Mary. We learned plenty of value here. What do you mean? I'll tell you on the way back. First, let's get the hell out of here. This place gives me the creeps. Maybe it's the ill will Mary sensed. Alright, time to get back. Let's just run through another examine and... Here, turning around. Left shrine, went downstairs. We leave a shrine, walking down the beast trail towards the forest entrance. Maybe it's because of that strange tale, but... You know, I was kind of worried that they would make me navigate all the way back, but... Story time, I guess. For some reason, I feel like someone is watching us from the darkness of the trees. Spirit number 3? Oh. We're off, okay. On the road. We begin driving back to the mansion. As we break out of the dense forest, I can see building lights pop up here and there. Well, that was a complete waste of time. Now, Christy had something to say. My anxiety lifted, I don't even bother to filter the words that slip out of my mouth. Oh, I don't think that's true. It's all coming together for me. Without further prodding, Christy starts in on her theory, passion evident in her voice. I believe Shimio was right. 8th Shrine is definitely what's causing all the strange stuff in the forest. I'm sure it's those stolen statues. Don't you agree? I wonder. It feels like we just don't have enough info at this point to say one way or the other. But there's no denying that a lot of strange things are going on in that forest. Between all the suicides and Shimio wandering around. Couldn't just be coincidence, could it? If we research the shrine, we might learn more about the mark. I feel that's a lot safer than risking our lives looking for the spirit. Don't you think? You know, that's what I was thinking too. I don't want to fight the spirit this time. I want to make friends with them. Whoever they are. Hopefully they're nice. You might be right. Is this like the rule of 3? You like set the expectation and then you break it? Is it the 3rd time or the 4th time? If it's the rule of 3, it's the 3rd time, right? So like, I killed the first 2, but I'm gonna try to save the 3rd one. And it feels like the story is going that way too. My replies are half-hearted, which isn't what Christy was hoping for, so she falls silent. An awkward, uncomfortable silence settles.
Lord Yashiki, please stop the car.
Mary speaks for the first time since we entered the car. And is this the first time we're making a pit stop? What is it?
I sense a presence similar to Lady Christie's mark close by.
Oh, they followed us. The 3rd spirit followed us. Following Mary's request, I park in a vacant rest stop on the outskirts of H City. Christy and I step out of the car. Oh no. My mark is suddenly scalding. Something nearby. Look. Someone's over there. It's a payphone! The classic! Oh. A small girl steps out of the telephone box. Why is a kid outside at this time of night?
Thank you for bringing me out here this late at night, Eita. I got to talk with Hanayome.
Oh yeah? Glad to hear it. A rather round young man appears, stepping out of the shadows. You got your question answered, Suzu?
Yeah, it's okay now. Hanayome sure is amazing though. She knows where everything is.
You got that right. How should I make voices for these? She helped me find my limited edition Love and Hero phone strap I dropped.
What's Love and Hero?
What? You don't know? They're a popular idol group here. They've been all over TV lately. I'm surprised you haven't heard.
TV's restricted at home. Mom says it rots your brain.
Are we just watching these two people talk to each other? Like we just stopped our car and now we stepped out and we're just kind of staring at them?
Oh, Eita. Is the bus coming soon?
Oh, the last bus is on its way. We better go. We'll be in big trouble if your mom finds out we went out.
Yeah.
We watch from a distance for a while, but it's hard to determine their relationship. The pain from my scar is suddenly gone. Hey, Christy. What do you think? I turn, but Christy isn't there. Hey, you there. Just how do you know that girl? Depending on your answer, I'll report you for child abduction. Well, there goes Christy, hounding the poor guy. Just calm down. I tried to placate her, but she won't budge. Hi. The man stumbles over his words. He looks flustered and overwhelmed.
Hey, lady. Don't be mean to Eita.
The girl rushes to stand defensively in front of him and glares at us. She seems a lot more level-headed than the flustered guy behind her.
I asked him to help me, okay? I wanted to talk to Hanayome, so I had him come with me.
Who's this Hanayome you keep mentioning?
A ghost who helps find things. People say that you can talk to her from this telephone box.
A ghost, huh? She looks at me. We're both thinking the same thing. Earlier, the mark was hurting, so maybe... You guys look serious. What's going on? He nervously glances between us. Does this scar look familiar at all? I show them the mark on my right arm. Hey, hold on. What is this? That looks exactly like mine. He pulls off one of his gloves and reveals the mark on his hand. And we have another mark bearer. It's the cursed scar, yeah? I saw an article on OP Arts Monthly. They say it causes amnesia. It even kills you. But that's nonsense. It's not true at all, right? Right? Sounds like he'd heard the rumors but chose to not do anything about it. That's no surprise, really. It's tough to believe it's real until your memory loss starts becoming noticeable.
I've got one of those too. It showed up on my left wrist when I made that phone call earlier.
Pulling up her sleeve, she shows us her mark. So clearly it's a telephone box. They both have the mark, and after calling Hanayome, I wonder if that means Christy called Hanayome as well then. That's more than a coincidence. Well, we can't just leave them here. And so back to Kujo Mansion we go. Let's bring them to the mansion. We tell them what's going on and ask them to go to Kujo Mansion with us. But what about the kid's mom? It surprisingly doesn't take much to get them to come. I thought it'd take more convincing. Could partially be because they missed the last bus while talking with us. I mean, okay, but still, the kid's mom. Before they climb in, I warn Mary to stay quiet until we get back. Might be a bad idea to freak them out. And so instead they climb into a car with like a life-size porcelain doll in the backseat and just kind of sit beside that for the duration of the ride. All the way back to the mansion. First, we introduce ourselves. The man's name is Eita Nakamatsu. The girl is Suzu Morimiya. They tell us they met through the reader's column in OOP Arts Monthly. Suzu mentioned she was interested in Hanayome, and Eita told her what he knew. Then she pestered him into bringing her to the rumored telephone box. They were out this late because of her. Her parents sound pretty strict. Her mother keeps a close eye on her after school, and she needs permission to go out. So she snuck out of the house after her mother went to bed. So it'll be trouble in the morning when her mother wakes up.
Hanayome is just as famous in my school as Hanahiko is. Hey, Eita. Please tell them about those rumors.
Do I have to? Okay, fine. Eita reluctantly tells us at Suzu's request. They're just rumors I read, but... Chapter 3, Hanayome. That's a really big head. The Hana kind of thing is like Hanahiko. I wonder if there's a link. Hey, remember that one story? You know, the one about the public phone box in H City. There's a ghost that looks like a bride. She'll find what you're looking for. One of my friends actually tried it. He went to the specific phone box that lets you talk with ghosts. The phone suddenly started ringing. He slowly picked up the phone. But all he could hear was this weird smacking noise. He stayed on the line until... Did you see it? He heard a woman whisper. So he did what the rumors said to do and said, "No, I haven't seen it." Then she said, "What do you want to see?" His cat had gone missing, so he asked where it was. When he looked where the woman said it really was there. So the rumors are totally true. I want to go ask her where my future bride is now. Oh, want to come with me? So a lost and found kind of spirit. If you lost something, she'll find it for you. There. I carry Mary from the car and gently place her back on the sofa. Thank you very much. Being in your arms is not bad, but I am most calm when I am here. The
doll really talked.
I can't say I expected that. Then does that mean all that stuff about the mark is true too?
On the way over, we updated Suzu and Eita with just about all they needed to know. They may not completely believe us, but they're not rejecting it outright either. It seems like Eita in particular has already experienced some memory loss. Something about forgetting the names of anime characters or voice actors.
I mean, I forget that regularly too. Christy looked at him strange, but he appears to be taking it quite seriously.
And Suzu snuck out of her house because she believed rumors about Hanayome. They both believed in the occult already. I'm pretty sure they'll help us find a way to escape the mark. Granted, they're also really curious about Hanayome. Pardon me, but may I speak? The marks on Suzu and Eita. They are likely from Hanayome. And Lady Christie. The feeling I sense from your mark is the same as theirs. So we can assume Hanayome also gave the mark to you.
Hey Bucky! We're starting chapter 3 with our third spirit, Hanayome, who is like payphone ghost spirit thing. If you lose something, you can call the phone and then she'll find it for you. But then you get the mark and then you die. So I guess that's how the story goes.
Do you recall encountering her?
Something weird did happen. Right before I entered the forest, I stepped in the phone box on T Mountain. The phone rang out of nowhere. Oh yeah, and we have some new characters as well.
Oh, it might be because of that. The telephone box at the rest area is also in the rumors of Hanayome.
But I didn't pick it up. It creeped me out, so I left.
I was never able to give that person one final call because of that.
Christy has someone she wants to call.
Who are you talking about?
It is not for children to know. What a line.
Fine.
So there are other phone boxes like that?
I think there are 3 that Hanayome will call from. The one we went to in the A highway parking lot is one, and one is that T Mountain rest area. That's the one Miss Christie went to. And, Eita, where's the last one?
At the park by T apartment complex. It's the only one inside the city. But why just those 3 locations? Dunno. The BBS I read didn't say.
Mister, do you really think Hanayome is the one who gave us the marks?
I want to say of course, because I'm given the option. Is he wearing an anime shirt? I think so. I think he is. He also watches anime. Because he's talking about anime characters before. Why are they giving us the choice? Because of course really seems like the option to go for. Eh? Of course.
But the rumors about Hanayome go back 5 years. And no one's ever mentioned that if you call her, you'll get a mark.
Suzu's right. Rumors about this mark thing only popped up super recently.
So you're saying Hanayome hasn't always been giving out the mark? If that's true, I wonder what triggered the change. Of course, I can't really say, seeing as I don't know anything about spirits. A ghost helping people find what they're looking for. That's pretty strange. Definitely the definition of ghost story.
It might just be a normal shirt to him, but like, it is an anime shirt. Anime shirt equals normal shirt, probably. Hey, Mr. Yashiki, if those rumors are true, why don't we try asking where the stolen statues are? If we return them to their places, it might just save our lives. Search for the Buddha statues. If Christie's right, we might be able to escape the mark without fighting a spirit. Mary, what do you think?
A good question. Objects with human forms are easily able to gain inexplicable powers. Bleeding stone statues, cursed dolls. There are many examples. Historical statues of gods and Buddhas would certainly be no exception. Asking Hanayome about them would be a good idea.
So says the doll before our eyes that has the inexplicable power to talk. Maybe it wouldn't be strange that Buddha statues could bring down divine wrath. This is a different kind of gameplay though. We aren't going to try to defeat them right away, huh? And we're going to do like a collection game?
Lord Yashike, may I add, as I explained previously, your mark is different from the others. Vanquishing spirits seems to weaken your mark's power.
It's been several days since she told me that I was going to die. Taking care of the spirits we encountered is likely how I'm still among the living. What are you trying to say? Wait, that makes it sound like vanquishing the spirits is the good thing. Like what I've been doing currently.
I cannot say what the relationship between your mark and Hanayome is. But it is true, it is in your best interest to track down spirits. I hope you will guide these mark bearers this evening as well.
Yeah. I can't really picture Christy and Eita facing off against the spirit by themselves. If they failed, then a child would suffer the deadly consequences. That would weigh heavily on me. No turning back, I'll figure something out. Alright.
Thank you.
Mary bows her head slightly.
Now, you should begin investigating Hanayome. Why does she only call from 3 public phones within H City? Her secret may lie in the answer. You visited the parking lot already. Please investigate T Mountain and the park by T apartment complex.
Alright. So we've got 2 places to go for this one. And we're gonna want to... Let me take a quick look at my descriptions for these people, these new people. A young girl who called Hanayome to ask her something and received the mark. She was raised in a complicated household and is extremely mature. The only thing childish about her is her love for animals. Meanwhile, Eita Nakamatsu, self-employed, or so he says. And by the way, here is a closer look at his shirt. Namu, it seems. It's ghost, and it's kind of occulty with the beads. An occult maniac who's addicted to BBSs. He met Suzu through the readers column in OOP Arts Monthly, and she idolizes him like a big brother for whatever reason. This is the beginning of the hottest summer in the life of Eita, age 33. Well, let's pick one of these 2 since they're new. Let's pick this guy. It's the start of his hottest summer after all. So let me just check what items I've got in my bag now. Absolutely nothing. All right. Let's do just one talk.
Lord Eita, Lady Suzu, and Lady Christie. Hanayome is likely the one that gave all of them their marks. Please visit one of the public phones that rumors say Hanayome calls. You may obtain a clue regarding the key that will end the grudge.
Alright. We want to end the grudge. So, while we're here, let's save.
And let's get to it. The rest area or the park? Let's, rest area, it seems. Haha. Phone booth stands solitary on the edge of the vacant rest area. An endless sea of trees stand behind it. Christy must have run into the forest after she heard the phone ring. I can hear a dog howl from nearby. It almost sounds sad, but I'm probably just imagining it. It doesn't seem to bother Ada. He's only paying attention to the phone box. That's gotta be the booth the rumors mention. Something about it just feels off. Like everything's telling me this is it. Rumors say that the phone is supposed to ring if you wait by it for a while. I'm guessing waiting outside doesn't count. Yeah, probably not. When I tried, it didn't ring until after I'd gone inside the thing. But the booth is too small for 2 people. Either I or Eta will have to go in. I'll pass. I'm kinda big, so yeah. Me and cramped spaces don't work. Oh, come on. Eta already has the curse mark from Hanayome. I've got like this mysterious curse mark, so I guess I'll just have to go in. I wonder if it's possible to get 2 curse marks. It's cramped inside and almost impossible to move around at all. I'd be a sitting duck if a spirit attacked me while I'm in here. The clouded glass makes it hard to see outside. That just makes me more nervous. I wonder how long I have to wait until the phone rings. To pass the time, I glance around at the inside of the booth. Meanwhile, Eta's just casually waiting outside. There's a poster attached to the window. Help our investigation. On the night of 199X, an assault took place in the forest nearby. If anyone has any info on this case, please notify H Police Department. 2-8, huh? Dated 5 years ago. Wait, that coincides with when Hanayome started appearing. Looks like something terrible happened here. The phone begins to ring. I hesitantly reach out and pick it up. The only sound I hear is the dial tone. No one is speaking. What's going on? Suddenly, there's a strange noise. Crunch, smacking, like the sound of saliva as someone chews. You see it? Tucked in the smacking is a woman's voice. Have you ever had a creepy phone call? Not really. The creepiest phone calls I get are like spam calls, wrong phone numbers. I guess since the spam ones are like generally robo or like silent, they aren't that creepy. I guess the creepiest would be the silent ones, but like at this point it's just like, it's a silent phone call, okay, hang up. For the wrong phone numbers, it's like, oh no, it's a stranger. Is that creepy? But you just say like, wrong phone number, and then you hang up. Yeah, pretty much. My phone does not get used often. The voice is creepy, cold, and chills me down the bone. Is this Hanayome? Did you see it? She asks the second time. The rumors mention that I should say,
I haven't seen it. Very seriously, I say, I haven't seen it. Yeah, phone calls are rarely as interesting as they could be. What do you want to see? Have you had a creepy phone call before? I guess the scariest phone call I've ever had was a phone interview. It's going exactly as the rumors said. Hanayome is supposed to tell you the location of whatever you're looking for. Christy told me to ask about the Buddha statues that were stolen from 8th Shrine. I'll give it a try. No, not really. Yeah, so same experience. Phone calls aren't that interesting. Buddha statues. Lord Buddha. Doesn't your arm already have the mark of the Buddha on it? Oh snap, Hanayome is telling me the answers. So that's where my mark is from? Tell me, you want a new Buddha? Why are you doing that? Tell me. Well, tell me. 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 Okay, I'm running out of tell me. 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 The line goes dead. The woman's scream is still ringing in my ears. I feel sick. It must be because of my brush with that blood-curdling insanity. Why didn't she answer my question? What was different from when the others asked? The mark on my arm burns dully, like it's reminding me it exists. Maybe this is why she was acting strangely. She did say something to the effect that Buddha gave me this mark. Was she just too insane to differentiate between Buddha and a monstrous spirit? Or is this mark really the work of a divine wrath from the Buddha statues? I'll wait a while longer, but the phone doesn't ring again. I feel inclined to trust in Hanayome. I mean, other people have said that she does find the objects that they're looking for, and I guess if I asked about the Buddha statue and she said that, you know, my arm has something to do with it, then I feel like that must be like a hint at least. There's no point in staying here. And Eita, who has just been waiting outside this whole time. As soon as I leave the booth, Eita comes up to me. You're drenched in sweat. Did something happen? I tell Eita about my conversation with Hanayome. Weird. No one mentioned that online. Eita's brows furrows in confusion. Anyway, why don't we try going to that other phone booth? There could be clues there. You could try there too. There's no time to get lost in thought. The last phone booth is at the park by T Apartments in the other direction. We'll head there after stopping at the mansion. It's probably wise to ask Mary what she knows since it's on the way. I wonder if I can come back to this phone booth with someone else though. I can't examine here, so... Do I want to save a little more? Let's save. Let's just keep saving since I can. We still don't have any items? Yeah, alright. What's a memo again? Just stuff there. We head back to Kujo Mansion. So like, can I switch partners and then go to the rest area again? Oh, it doesn't trigger an event. And I can't examine either, so I guess there's nothing else to do here. Let's talk then. I tell Mary what happened at the phone box.
お疲れ様です. You say that Hanayome acted strangely. She called the spirit that cursed you with your mark Buddha. I cannot say I know what she saw, but from what you said, she will likely not respond to your question. That does not mean she does not understand you, however. Use any method available to obtain as much information as you can.
Yeah, that's me going back to the rest area with someone else. Okay, maybe I'll go with Christy then.
まったく.
Will Christy call? No. But I do have trust in Christy calling in the park. So let's go. I see a small park tucked in between all the looming apartment buildings. There's no one here. I guess everyone's already asleep. They said this was the phone booth from the Hanayome rumors, right? Would a spirit really appear in the middle of a city like this? Well, now that I'm here, I still have no idea why Hanayome hung up on me. I followed the rumors exactly. Where did I go wrong? I scratch my head. I would say I went wrong by having this death mark to begin with. Don't adhere to the gossip. Defy it. Oh, that's interesting. Suddenly I hear that strange voice again. Gossip. In other words, the rumors. What will happen if I don't follow the rumors? Christy, go back to the car. There's something I want to try. But it might end up backfiring on me. Sure. I don't know what you're going to do, but please be careful. Oh, and I almost forgot. I have a message from Eita. Yeah? It's about the latest information on Hanayome from the BBS. Take a look. Christy hands me a note written by Eita. Don't talk about eyes or things like it when you're on the phone with Hanayome. And since we're defying the rumors, that means that we are going to talk about eyes, right? If the call goes sideways somehow, don't say I, okay? P.S. Best to avoid anything that even sounds like I. What? Don't say I? This is it? Yeah, that's all. Anyways, Eita said he was sure it would come in handy. I'll keep it in mind. Alright, things got a bit more complicated just now. Christy returns the car. I step inside and wait for the phone to ring. There's a poster in this booth too. Just like the one at the rest area. This looks like it's been here for a few years. Young woman kidnapped. A young local woman was kidnapped close to this location. If you are a witness to this crime, please notify the police. NPD. February 8th, 5 years ago. Wait, February 8th. The other one was also 8th. Wait, it's November 8th today. But yeah, February 8th, that sounds... Yeah. I think the poster I saw at the rest area had the exact same date. Coincidence? The phone rings. I grab the receiver and slowly pick it up. I hear a noise like someone chewing gum from the other side of the phone. And now here we have to go against the rumors. An icy cold voice speaks. Did you see it? I saw it. You saw it, didn't you? You saw that thing of me. The voice cuts off. Something outside collides violently with the glass of the booth, but I can't see it. Alright. Here's the live or die choice. Tell me, how did you see it? Do I say with your own eyes or eyeglasses? A telescope? Do I want to say eyes or not? Do I want to say eyes or not? Eita told me not to say eyes, but my mark told me to go against the rumors. Let's say eyes then. Let's ignore what Eita told me and say eyes. With my own eyes. Telescope. No? You saw it. You said you saw it. What color? A beautiful color. Red? Pink? Green? This one I don't have any clues for. Most likely green, you know? It's just green, you know? Aha. Ahaha. Bucky, you were right. Suddenly the phone goes dead. Knock, knock, knock. Someone knocks on the glass door. Something wrong? Are you okay? I'm not okay, it seems. Is that a stranger passing by? I guess they're wondering what's going on with me. And you know, what's up with these, like, handprints? It's a relief to hear a normal person's voice. Yeah, sorry, it's nothing really. Oh, hey. Is that Hanayome? As I'm turning, I feel the door of the booth violently fly open. Two dark, shadowy arms are the last thing my eyes see. The image burned into my retinas. Hi, game over, Streen. Decide again. Alright. You know. Oh no, I have to go through this whole thing again. Anyway, so yeah, you're right. I guess I should listen to Eita. So as far as rumors go, it's literally only the first one that I just need to change. And then after that, I guess it doesn't count as a rumor anymore because it's just like a single warning from one person. If only there was... Wait a moment, there is a skip button. I feel like I remember seeing a skip button somewhere and like... I was kind of just vaguely looking through the controls and stuff. But there was a skip... What is it? Like, enter? Backspace? Tab? Caps lock? Shift? Control? Alt? Pushing random keys on the keyboard. What could it possibly be? Oh, well, we're already at the phone call, so I guess it's not too bad. But which button was it? Backspace? Insert? Delete? Page up, page down? Oh. Gotta make a choice now. I saw it. Woo. I saw it. Alright, and now it's telescope. How did we see it? With a telescope. Choice number 3. Safe. Sounds like something searching around outside the phone box. So it's clearly not green. Red or pink? Red or pink? Let's say pink then. Why not? Whew. I mean, this was a 50-50 choice at this point. You saw it. What kind of person are you? What's important to you? Wait, what's important to me? Your dreams, romance, love? Which do you choose? She's like a ghost bride, right? Romance and love are practically the same thing. Maybe I'll choose dreams because that seems different to me. Definitely my dreams. Because romance and love are the same thing. If one of them's wrong, the other one's wrong too. Okay, I guess that's wrong. Ah, but I survived regardless, so yay! The phone goes dead. The next I know, the bloody handprint is gone. So is the ominous presence. But what did we gain from this? The questions she asked me were strange. She was particularly anxious about what I had seen. I think I did a good job not mentioning anything like eyes in my answer. Overly conscious over being seen. Maybe that's where her secret lies. I exit the booth and Christy rushes up to me. My mark started hurting out of nowhere. Did it go all right? I tell Christy about what happened in the telephone booth. I've no idea what that means. Guess there's no way she'd know the answer. Something's on the ground there. Oh? Sure enough, there's a folded up piece of paper lying near the booth. It looks like a piece of stationery. I don't think it was there before I went into the phone booth. I pick up the paper and open it. To Seiko, I'll dispel all of your heartache. So forget that horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven. An incident? The posters I saw in the telephone booths mentioned something like that too. Could they be connected? I ask Christy what they think. Christy looks deep in thought. What is it? Oh, nothing? Well, we've checked out all the boxes, so let's head back to the mansion. Something still bugs me, though. Yeah, I'd like to hear what Christy's thinking about. We should probably head back for now. The third phone box. Alright, let's just head back then, since I can't examine this place any further. Hey, Mr. Yashiki. You know those posters and that bit of stationery we found? Could they be linked to Hanayome? I was thinking the same thing. She might have been someone who was caught up in the incident and killed. And if that's the case, then... Christy turns towards the shelves with the files. Files full of articles on criminal cases.
The dates were 5 years ago, right? Then there might be an article on what happened here in these files. We could use more help. Maybe Eita and Suzu can give us a hand. Go ahead and call them over. Alright, we just need to look for incidents that happened on February 8th, 1990X. All four of us begin reading through files. The clippings range from the smallest dispute to the most heinous crime in H city. But they're all dated 5 years ago or earlier. Did they get stored in the garage because they're so old? After a while, I found it. The victim's name is Seiko. The date is February 5 years ago. Gotta be it. Christy lays the files out on the desk and we all peer at it. The file has articles about an incident that happened 5 years ago. The victim's name was Seiko Hasegawa. Apparently, she committed suicide in the forest by H Castle on the eve of her wedding. Suicide, huh? She was in her dress when she was found. Suzu, you probably shouldn't read any more. It's pretty bad. Thanks, Eita. But I want to know more about Hanayome. I feel like I need to do this. She's cringing, but she sounds determined. Between this and sneaking out at night, she's a surprisingly brave kid. It's rather odd for someone her age. I remember now.
Or, that was Christy. This happened back when I used to be a news anchor.
Christy mutters just loud enough to hear. Then, do you know the whole story? It was horrible. It's hard to recount. A woman was abducted by a gang while she was walking her dog. They brought her to the forest and assaulted her. People found her battered and staggering along the road the next day. The dog was run over and killed near the forest when it chased after them. That's horrifying.
And then after that, she would have had her wedding? That's some really bad timing.
Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Seiko Hasegawa's misfortune. Eita somberly cuts in. His usual grin is nowhere to be found. It's well known in some circles, but her assault was photographed. The pictures were sent to her fiancé. They threatened to make them public if he didn't pay up. I heard he gave them a ton of money to get the photos and the negatives. Is that true, Christy? Yeah, I heard that as well.
We don't choose our time to go. Yeah, true. Well, we do, but I mean, I guess you could, but generally you don't. But like, this is just a lot of misfortune in what seems to be a short amount of time too. Because of all that, Miss Seiko had a mental breakdown.
And in the end, she hung herself. She'd been a serious, honest woman, so she couldn't bear it. The cruel fate of a woman attacked before her wedding. We fall silent as that reality weighs on us. Suzu timidly speaks up, her face pale. Maybe there's a connection between what happened to Miss Hasegawa and Hanayomi's phone boxes. According to the article. I wonder if witnesses might have called from those phone boxes or something? The incidents that wrecked her life took place near each phone box.
Oh. So maybe no one called from the phone box. And that's why she like haunts them. Because she feels like someone should have called for help in the phone box. Because they're so close. Or maybe she wanted herself to call from the phone box. I don't know. Something like that. She was abducted by the park and assaulted by the rest area. She was found wandering near the parking lot by a highway. Phone booths connect Hanayome and Seiko Hasegawa. The coincidence sends a shiver down my spine. So that note we found by the telephone booth, did Seiko's fiance write it? Most likely. What's strange is it was there, and not where she committed suicide. Did Hanayome put it there? Maybe she was telling us something. I have no clue how spirits think, but if Suzu's right, then that note is an important clue for us. I seem to recall Miss Seiko's fiancé was a famous musician. As a result, the case was widely publicized at the time. It happened right after they returned from a romantic trip to Greece. All the ladies were sobbing about how it made it all the more tragic. And the poor dog they brought on the trip died heroically as well. Where's the fiancé now? Well, he began acting strange due to the shock, and then went missing. Some say her suicide was to follow him. Oh, so the timeline, okay. He became strange, and then she committed suicide? Wait, he went missing, huh? A lot of things happened. But he wasn't the only one who disappeared. It sounds like all of the culprits went missing too. You hear about that online too? Okay, so something is disappearing people. Well, something like that. Something like that. That sounds kind of suspicious. The internet wasn't the same back then. There were only hubs. Hubs, like pre-internet chat rooms. Everyone was talking about it on the occult hubs back then. There was one person in the community who knew way too much. I think he was one of the culprits. He brought up a bunch of things, like taking pictures and all that. So one of the culprits was on that internet, and I bet those were pictures of the assault. Yeah, that's right. After they were finished, those assholes got a camera out, took pictures of her, face soaked with tears. The whole time she yelled, "Don't look, don't look." Don't look, huh? Hanayome has an extreme reaction to being seen by others. He kept going on about it night after night, until he suddenly stopped posting. People who knew him said they couldn't contact him at all. Those guys deserve to die. But it's still really creepy, you know? Suddenly, a line from the note pops into my head. I'll dispel all of your heartache. So the fiancé, after the incident, went a little crazy and then went missing. And then subsequently, you know, all of the culprits went missing as well. And then after that, Seiko committed suicide. Is the timeline? So did the fiancé, like, kidnap, kill, whatever, the culprits, and then, like, I don't know, Seiko, overwhelmed by all of the terrible things that happened around her, that's like why she killed herself? And then became a spirit, a lost and found spirit? Hey, Christy. Do you happen to know exactly where in the forest Seiko killed herself? I was a reporter at the time, so I did go to the location. But that was 5 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like I went west from that big arch at the entrance. So you're really going to go? Okay, going west from the main entrance, I think that's the only direction that we can go. Yeah, we might be able to figure out something about Hanayome. Fine, I understand. I've had my fill of that forest, but I suppose we have no other leads. You know, I would prefer not to go back to that forest either. It's kind of a maze. But I suppose part of that is... part of the fact that it's a maze is kind of, good because we can revisit it. Do I want Christy again? I haven't gone with Suzu anywhere yet. But I don't really want to bring a kid to the forest. Should have brought her to one of the bone booths. I guess I will bring her to the forest when we discover for the first time, and then after that I'll bring other people to like do some further exploration. Let's do a bit of talking. I tell Mary about Seiko Hasegawa. What a sad woman. Her grudge against the world turned her into Hanayome. If this is indeed the case, you may find a clue in the forest where she committed suicide. Now that I think about it, I actually need Christy, because Christy knows where... yeah, Christy knows where... or at least she's been there before. So I'll go with Christy first, and then I'll bring the kid over later. This is more awkward than I thought. Being out alone with someone who, until recently, was planning to kill herself. Do you have something you want to say? I mean, I didn't think it was awkward until he brought it up. She noticed right away. Was I being that obvious? No, not really. It's fine, you don't have to hide it. You're wondering if I still want to kill myself, aren't you? Is this a woman's intuition? No, maybe I'm just crap at hiding things. Don't worry, I don't anymore. People hate it when things are forced on them, right? Doesn't matter what it is. I can trust you, right? Yes. Did you notice another kill sign? I haven't noticed any others. At least for now. Or was it die? And no, I haven't noticed any other signs like that. Here's hoping she keeps feeling the same, at least while we're together. Just then, the tires hit a bump in the road. You know, I wasn't doubting Christy until this conversation. Now it kind of feels like it's foreshadowing something. I can see a square, gray object in the back seat through the rear view mirror. In the back seat? Is that thing back there yours? No, that's Eita's CD radio cassette player. Huh? Why something like that? He said we might need music during the drive, then went and put it in here himself. But we don't have any CDs or tapes. Should I turn on the radio? No, I'll pass. That seems like a Chekhov's gun. That radio cassette player is going to be important somehow. The conversation grinds to a halt after that. It's like there's an invisible person between us. After falling silent a while, Christy finally speaks up again. It only makes sense for the conversation to turn one direction. It's rather worrisome, don't you think? Cause like, I'll switch over to having Eita, and then he'll be sitting in the passenger seat, and then he'll start playing some CDs, and then that'll like save the day through the power of music or something. After all this time, they don't know. Who doesn't know what? Those two. They think that spirit just helps you find things. What a naive fairy tale. Yeah. Christy's exactly right. You quickly become disillusioned once you actually face the spirit. But thinking about it, wouldn't that be best? Christy looks at me in shock. Wait, what are you saying? I just mean, our lives are on the line here. Would you stop joking around? Sorry. She's furious at me, but it looks like she was telling the truth about not wanting to die. She's got too much pride. Someone like that would never commit suicide. Well, never commit suicide. Like 5 days ago she would have. What's so funny? Nothing. Will we make it back again? I stare at the headlights and contemplate where we're going. Well, I expect to go back because I want Eita to play his anime CDs and his anime cassettes in his radio cassette player. And we're back to the forest. Ha. That sigh was pretty deep. I can't believe we're here again. At least I can feel better knowing he's not around anymore. I almost remind her about Hanayome, but I stop myself from opening my mouth. I don't want to break her tenuous calm. Okay. It's supposed to be west of the gate. I look to the west of the gate again, but there's no sign of a trail. Strange. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. When I came here researching an article, there was a path to the west. Suddenly, Christy's face stiffens. What's wrong? I feel cold all of a sudden. Oh. I follow their gaze and see a low shadow dashing out from the darkness. It's a dog. Is that the dog that died heroically? A dog? It certainly seems like one. It kicks up the dirt with 4 legs. But it looks off somehow. Yeah, all of these random lines everywhere. Its fur is long and disheveled, and from certain angles, its face looks human. Oh, I guess if you look at it like here, it looks kind of human. The dog stares at us, growling softly. What is it? Are you trying to tell us something? You're being too gentle with it. You need to sound firm when you talk to a dog. Act like its master. Weaker dogs like to bark, right? So ignore it and stay quiet. So ignore it and stay quiet, huh? I guess that's true for humans too. Powerful people tend to ignore others. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So, we ignore it. I'll take this dog over Full Metal Alchemist dog. That's because you have an emotional connection with that one, right? The dog barks loudly, and then vanishes into the western underbrush. I wonder if ignoring the dog is still the correct choice if it's chasing after us. But for now, I guess ignoring it is fine. The moment it's gone, the chill in the air dissipates like it was never there. Was it trying to guide us? Maybe. Well, I guess we'll have to follow then. I shine the flashlight on the spot where the dog disappeared. A now familiar pain shoots through my wrist. Mark's color grows more vivid. Few hours left until death closes in. Alright. The timer has started. There's probably not much time left. We better hurry. Let's check the bushes over there. Investigating the forest again. Alright, let's save. And then do a quick check to make sure there's nothing we're missing, and then just go straight for it. Oh wait, let me just check the bag. Yeah, there's nothing. Okay. Still nothing. We're kind of in a bad situation if we have to fight anything, because we don't have any weapons. Not that I want to use weapons this time, right? I want to make friends. With the dog gone, I push my way into the underbrush. I spot the trace of what used to be a path. You could barely call it one at this point. This must be the closed hiking trail. The path goes west from the gate. I guess it makes sense that they would close a hiking trail if someone died there. That's right, I remember now. This is the path I took before. That dog, was it trying to show this to us? Who knows? That's kind of sweet, I want to make friends. Well, yeah. Break the cycle of violence. Me against the spirits. Although, I don't know if that means that I'm gonna die or not, since apparently defeating them helps reduce my mark. Anyway, let's get going. It's a new trail! Anything I can pick up? Doesn't look like it, so we'll just keep going. Oh, there's something in the bush. Let's take a look at it. There's something in the grass at the foot of the tree. It's a wad of paper. Can I pick it up? I push the grass aside and pick it up. Found a worn out talisman. Woof, when I pick up the worn out talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. Yay, I got some soul power. I can live a bit longer. Okay. Looks like if I turn, I'll get to a dead end, so I'm gonna check that out first. Oh, an interesting tree. But first, let's take a look in the bush. Look. Can't see it well from here, so let's feel around the blades of grass. Instant camera. I've hit the switch before I realize, and red light appears. Apparently that means the flash can be used. It must still have battery left. Not that we're going to take any pictures with it. You're right. Maybe the flash would be good. Oh, wait a moment. This would like traumatize Hanayome because it's a camera. Well, I guess I found a weapon in the end anyway. I turn it off and quickly stuff it in my bag. I decide it's wise to not mention the dried blood that's stuck to the bottom of it. To see is to perceive light. To see is to perceive light. So I guess instead of using it as a camera, it's using it as a flashlight because it has a flash on. That distant voice echoes in my head. True, seeing something means you're seeing the light it's reflecting. But what does that have to do with Hanayome? So let's take a look at the tree in question now. I shine the light on the grove of trees in front of us and catch a glimpse of something odd. Huh? What is that? Something's posted there. I can't make it out from here. So we go closer. I move forward for a closer look.
What is this?
All thought in my mind ceases.
It's as if I'm unable to process what I'm seeing and my brain comes to a halt. Are these photos?
Not only are they photos, there's like a bunch of really random nails. And I don't know what this, ribbon or something? String? But it's like metallic string. So like a metallic ribbon. And there's like random blood, which doesn't make sense, I guess. There are a bunch of pictures of different people posted to the tree. But they're all these photos have nails in the eyes. Oh hey, yeah, that's true. It's in the eyes, specifically. It's just as Christy said. For some bizarre reason, each photo has a person with nails driven through both eyes. Huh. Driven through both eyes seems like something that Hanayome would do. Because, I don't know, she's got something against eyes, right? Being seen. I wonder who these photos are of. Or perhaps if it's Hanayome themselves that's taking these pictures. Attached to the nails is some kind of tape. Cold sweat drips down my back. What kind of grudge would cause someone to do something like this? Hey, all the people in these pictures, are they all men? Are these perhaps the culprits? So, like, the culprit of the incident? Christie's mutters are just loud enough to hear. Huh? I look over the photos again. A good number of them are deteriorated, so they're hard to make out, but they may be right. Yeah, looks like it. All the subjects are men. That's clearly not a coincidence. I feel a little dizzy and step back. Through my blurry vision, something flashes in the light from the flashlight. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just over there. Something sparkled up there. Something might be there. We should check it out. Something might be where? Up there? Oh, up there. I guess I can check it out, yeah. Something up in the branches of the tree is reflecting light. Reflecting light is like a mirror? Something must be stuck in the branches. The only way we'll be able to check it out is to climb up the trunk. Are you thinking about climbing the tree? There aren't any cavities, knots, or branches within reach. It'll be hard to climb up it. So... well, I mean the first option is to boost your partner up, right? That's logical. This is just between us, but I weigh... She whispers in my ear. Okay, and that's off the table. I guess I'll climb the tree myself then. The forget it is kind of tempting, but I might as well make an honest attempt at climbing the tree. I take a deep breath and jump at the tree. I struggle to reach for a while and manage to touch a branch until I crash the ground with a spectacular thud. Ow. I told you. What about, I asked my partner. I refuse. There's no way I can climb that. Looks like that's not going to work. Well, it looks like boost my partner up is still an option. But it's just the same thing. Okay. I guess we'll have to forget about it for now then. I give up and back away. Let's take a look at this again. Just, you know. Does it belong to the person who put the nails in? What if I feel? I grab the tape that's wrapped around one of the nails and take a good look at it. It looks like audio tape that's been pulled out of a cassette. Oh, that's interesting. If it's audio tape, then can we wind it back into a cassette and then listen to it? Alright, I guess that's all then. We can head back. To the left. Oh? I hear a low growl from somewhere. I can't see what's making it, but it seems to be watching me. Oh, we did see that dog at the gate. I'm not sure why, but I feel an intense hostility directed toward me. So the ignore the dog and they'll respect you strategy, I feel like that's not working out here. Not if they're actively hostile. What do we do? Something's coming. The instant Christy speaks, the growling grows distinctly quieter. Oh, so maybe we just need to talk. Except it doesn't look like it'll let us through. Ah. Let's turn back. We retreat without trying to force our way past. Alright, in that case, let's just go back and switch people. Return to Kujo Mansion. I think I want Eita to be here for that cassette thing. And let's just do a quick talk while I'm here. I tell Mary about Seiko Hasegawa. Yes, so this part we already read. So yeah. Yo, where's my cassette? I brought him, but I don't have my cassette. Don't tell me I need to go into the forest itself. Oh wait, I know, I need to bring someone who can climb the tree. And that person is gonna be the kid. So I'm sorry, short-lived. Oh wait, wrong direction. I got lost. This is bad. I don't know what's going on, but I feel some crazy bad vibes. Eita looks at me for help. Let's turn back. And so we retreat. But this is the way out then. Yeah, this is the way out. So, let's climb that tree. Bring the kid to the forest. And then to the left. And here we are. Alright. Boost. You're going to climb the tree? So, ask my partner, boost my partner up. If that's all, then... Okay, I'll try. I squat at the base of the tree and let her climb up on me. Up you go! I stagger a bit, but manage to stand. I feel like I'm one of the trees now. Can you reach? Just a little to the right. I'm almost there. Eek. Suzu reaches as far as she can with her hand, and I lose my balance. We both crash to the ground. Are you okay? I'm fine. Here. Suzu shows me her hands. It's holding the object that was stuck in the branches. Got a dog collar. A collar?
It makes me think of that dog we saw before coming here. Does this belong to that dog? I wonder who threw it away. And how it got stuck up there. Who knows? As I'm putting it away in my bag, I spot an inscription on the inside of a collar. Nta? The first character there looks like it's cut off. Like Tenta? Is there anything else like Fenta? What else looks like that? I guess it'd be like Renta as well. Penta? Benta? Denta? How are you supposed to pronounce that? Alright. We did it! So we have a collar now. Is it okay if I bring a kid over to collar a dog? I'm tempted to cheat online. I don't know what you're cheating, but yeah, I don't know what you're cheating. What should we do? The instant Suzu speaks. The growling grows distinctly quieter. I remember the photos. All of them were men with nails in their eyes. I don't know what that has to do with the dog. Is Tenta the full name? I'm sure we'll figure something out. Next week probably though, because I don't think they'll give us the name of the dog in the next 15 minutes or so. Anyways. Yo, I don't know what that has to do with the dog. Clearly, it's because the dog... This is the dog that was chasing the culprits, the kidnappers, the assaulters. And those guys were all men. So this dog has a grudge against men. So yeah, cute young girl. I'm sure the dog is happy with that. But if those pictures demonstrate the hatred that saturates this place, if I'm with Suzu, it might react differently. Consider my options. Let's just show the collar then. Seems like a good way. I've got an idea. I take the collar out of my bag. Maybe it's a safe bet that the spirit was born here, as the dog is likely tied to this collar. I face the general area the barking is coming from and show it to the collar. The dog appears like a gust of wind. Whoa! Before I can blink, it steals the collar from me. Wait a moment, huh? I thought it would be friendly after seeing the collar. When I try to quickly jump away, I hear Suzu call out to me. Mr. Yashiki, don't move! But I don't catch the rest of it. It's don't move, right? There's nothing else that starts with M-O. The dog rushes so fast it looks like it's gliding over the ground. I won't move then. Stand still. The dog stops in its tracks. It seems confused that I'm not reacting, just standing still. It shuffles back on its guard, then prepares to attack me again. I'll stay not moving. Because I don't want to hurt it, right? It bares its teeth and growls. What? Turn my back to it? Wait, what? I break my gaze and turn my back to it. I pretend to not hear it threatening me. It growls for a while until it abruptly stops. Oh, nice. Whew. The dog holds the collar in its mouth and stares at me. That collar has an inscription, doesn't it? I'm sure it said... Don't tell me I'm gonna have to pick between Tenta, Penta, and Benta, and Denta, or whatever. Yeah. Enta. What should I call it? Oh no.
We're gonna find out. Tenta. Tenta? Lenta? Lenta? Senta? Gent? Lenta. I muttered the name. The dog perks its ears. I say it again, this time more clearly. Then. Oi. It's not Lenta! The dog fixes its gaze on me, its glare strangely piercing. Decide again. Alright, well, I mean, we're down to a 50-50 option now. You don't need to cheat. Well, if you cheat, then don't tell me the answer, cause it really is just a 50-50 chance. Although, I do want to know, here, I'm gonna put it on auto, and I'm gonna look for Deathmark skip button. Whoops. I accidentally muted myself. I might have put like M as mute or something. And then when I was typing death mark skip, it muted me, I guess. So I can't find the option. Not from Googling it at least, so clicking. Show the collar. Because I saw the skip option, like when you're using a controller, it's like a trigger button or something. Alright. It's Genta. And then once I get past this, I'll just save and then we'll stop there. Because once I get its name, that should be the end of it, right? This is a pretty complicated sequence. How was I supposed to understand that this is Genta though? Genta. More clearly, and then save. The dog turns around and quietly slinks into the bush. It disappears from sight. Seems I somehow managed to escape death. Phew. Pick up the collar that was left behind and sigh deeply. Are you okay? Yeah, that was... I can't even say it was no big deal. My words simply trail off. That's all I can answer with. I pat myself down with my hands, but I don't seem to be injured anywhere. I did feel teeth biting into my hand when the collar was snatched from me, though. That doesn't seem especially nice. That dog may be supernatural. Yeah, like the half-human face probably would have given that away. I hope it doesn't attack again. I think we'll be fine. It found what it was looking for. You're right. Okay. So let's save at this nice stopping point. Is it that nice? Well, I managed to give a dog its collar back. So, in that sense, a good deed was done. I befriended a spirit in a way. At the very least, I didn't like kick it. That probably would have ended with me dying though, so it's a good thing I didn't kick it. But yeah. We'll continue this next week. And I feel like we got some decent amount of progress. Like, visited a bunch of phone booths. Went back to the forest again. So yeah, next time, hopefully we'll be able to become friends with Hanayome. Alright then, goodbye. Sammy, you're still around. Okay, bye. Bye-bye.